Zaliha, the woman who ruled her husband. In the peaceful village of Gidan Dogo, where the baobab tree stood tall and the smell of millet porridge filled the air, there lived a man named Malam Sule and his wife, Zaliha. Malam Sule was a quiet and humble man. He worked hard on his farm, provided for his family, and never raised his voice. But his wife, Zaliha, was the complete opposite. She was loud, fierce, and controlled everything. She spoke, and Malam Sule obeyed. She commanded, and he followed. The villagers often whispered about them. Malam Sule is afraid of his own wife. He is like a child in his own home. Zaliha rules that house with an iron fist. But Malam Sule never complained. He believed marriage was about patience. Until one day, something shocking happened. 2. The daily humiliation. Zaliha had a bad habit. Every time Malam Sule made a mistake, she would beat him like a child. One day, he returned home late from the farm. Thwack! She slapped him. How dare you come late, she shouted. Another day, he forgot to fetch water. Bang! She kicked him. You are useless, Sule. You are lucky I married you. Even in public, she humiliated him. One afternoon, at the village market, Malam Sule was buying onions. He mistakenly picked rotten ones. Zaliha stormed in, grabbed his ear, and twisted it. You don't even know how to buy onions, she yelled. The villagers gasped. The men shook their heads in shame. Wallahi, this is not normal, muttered Malam Boko. But Malam Sule remained silent. He never raised his voice. He never fought back. But deep inside, his heart was breaking. 3. The turning point. One fateful night, Malam Sule sat alone outside his hut. The moon shone brightly, and the air was cool. But his heart was heavy. His friend, Malam Musa, approached him. Sule, he said, sitting beside him. How long will you live like this? Malam Sule sighed. She is my wife, Musa. What can I do? Malam Musa shook his head. A woman should be respected, yes. But a man is the head of the house. You must teach her a lesson, or you will never have peace. Malam Sule thought deeply that night. Then he made a decision. Enough is enough. 4. The Great Rebellion. The next morning, as the roosters crowed, Malam Sule woke up before Zaliha. He swept the compound, fetched water, and cooked the morning meal. When Zaliha woke up, she was shocked. What are you doing? She asked. Taking care of my home, Malam Sule replied. She laughed mockingly. Oh, now you are my houseboy. Foolish man. But Malam Sule did not react. For days, he continued this way, calm, patient, and obedient. But secretly, he was planning something. 5. The ultimate lesson. One evening, Zaliha called Malam Sule. Bring me water, she ordered. But this time, Malam Sule refused. She frowned. Are you deaf? I am not your servant, Zaliha, he said calmly. I am your husband. Zaliha's eyes widened. Zaliha's eyes widened in disbelief. What did you say? For the first time, Malam Sule stood up tall and looked her in the eye. You treat me like a child, Zaliha, he said firmly. But today, you will respect me as a man. Before she could reply, he grabbed her, lifted her up, and placed her on a stool. Then, to the shock of the entire village, Malam Sule sat on her lap. The neighbors rushed out. The children gathered. Even the village chief, Gidan Dogo, came running. And there, in front of everyone, Malam Sule sat on his wife, just as she had always sat on him. The crowd burst into laughter. Look at Zaliha. She is carrying her husband like a baby. Now she will know how it feels. Zaliha struggled, but Malam Sule held her firmly. You have sat on me for years, he said. Today, I return the favor. Tears filled Zaliha's eyes. For the first time, she felt true humiliation. Please, she whispered. Let me go. Will you respect me? Malam Sule asked. Yes, she said softly. Will you treat me as your husband? Yes, she cried. Malam Sule stood up and dusted himself off. Zaliha, for the first time, bowed her head in shame. From that day, everything changed. 6. A new beginning. The next morning, the villagers watched in amazement. Zaliha woke up early. She swept the compound. She cooked food. She even greeted her husband with a smile. She had learned her lesson. No longer did she insult Malam Sule. No longer did she beat him. Instead, she respected him as a husband should be respected. And Malam Sule, he was finally happy. The village of Gidan Dogo never forgot the lesson. A man should respect his wife, but a woman should also respect her husband. Moral lessons from the story. 1. Respect goes both ways. A marriage should be built on mutual love and respect. 2. Humility is important. Power without respect leads to disgrace. 3. Patience has limits. A person can endure, but one day, they will stand up for themselves. 4. Wisdom over violence. Malam Sule did not fight his wife. Instead, he taught her a lesson in a peaceful but effective way. To my viewers, did you love this story? Then subscribe to my channel. I bring you the best African folktales with deep lessons and fun storytelling. Click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new story. See you in the next story.